Hey guys, how's it going? It's Philip with Trade Genius. In this video, I just want to take a look at where Bitcoin is trading at. Futures were activated on the CBOE for Bitcoin futures. That was last night, kind of as we went into the Asian session, and we saw a lot of buying. So I wanted to take a look at the charts, look at some key levels I'm looking at, and where we could go this week as far as Bitcoin price. So let's check out a chart here. Okay, so essentially what we have here is this a 4-hour chart. Now what I'm going to be looking at, all right, let me back up. When we were here in this area here, I said this was charging up in this area here, was charging up to get a move out. And personally I was thinking that there was a lot of bearish sentiment around the futures, or maybe some fear around the futures opening and what it would do to Bitcoin price. But I think as we're seeing now, we've had two circuit breakers trip on the CBOE futures since about 6 p.m. Eastern Sunday. We're heading into it's early Monday morning now. But, you know, that's basically what I thought would happen, was that we're going to see where the futures markets are going to be really whipped around by the actual Bitcoin trading. So you got to, again, these are future markets that are cash settled. So they're essentially side bets. And whatever is done on those markets doesn't affect the buying and selling of the actual Bitcoin on the regular crypto exchanges. So with that being said, I think a lot of people were a little bit fearful. That might have been preceding, or why this move before the futures opened for trading. Maybe there was a little bit of a relief from this move up. Maybe people were taking a wait and see attitude. But what we saw was when Asia opened, I mean, it was just a lot of buying. So broke a lot of technical levels to actually put the bulls almost back in control. Here's a level I'm looking for, and then if we break this level, we're going to take a look at how high we could go this week. So basically for me, the way I look at this is if we get past these fib zones that I draw, if we get past this 17,330 level, and who knows, the way this thing's been moving, by the time you guys see this video, when it hits the channel, maybe we'll be there or higher. So, but I'm looking for that. I'm not going to get really excited until I see that clear. If we drill down to some of the smaller time frame, like an hour, basically what we have are now fib ranges that have been created. We're kind of consolidating in here. And if this consolidation, basically this is like a pennant, if this breaks out, then what I'd be looking for is getting past this bear fib zone and hitting some of these fib targets at 17,355 and 17,537, and actually moving past those. So we see that, I will start getting pretty optimistic for the move higher in the week. And what I'm looking for on that is basically this weekly chart. This basically is a parabolic arch, and when you start getting into very bullish moves up, and so far all the price action we've seen is falling into place with this move up. So, you know, this line represents where price would get overheated in regards to this parabolic arc. Now we saw it last week. We hit that, we actually went past it a little bit, and we pulled back from it. Okay, so that created like about a 2.5 day consolidation pullback that we've just kind of bounced from. And so this one would actually, if we came up here and did the same thing, that would take us to about 24,000 or so, plus or minus a couple $100. And that would be a spot where I'd look to probably see some more, take a breather. If we get past that, you could actually see more of a real blow off move. That's where I start looking for things to get really radical. But usually you get up to that point, you'll see a little bit of a relief from that rally, and we could see it'll be interesting to see how the pullbacks, how many days they last. If you look on this is a weekly chart, right? So you notice pullbacks are shrinking. So if you look, we had one here, right? And then we had another one here. Then we have 1 week here. This past pullback barely registered. So that's what I look for. I look for, basically shrinking pullbacks. And where this ends up resolving, who knows? But I do think we continue to see an up move into the end of the month. A lot of that, I believe, is because of the institutional flows into the space, and I think they want to have positions established this year, making their year-over-year performance look really good. So that's what I'm looking at. Probably 24,000 would be a really we'd be overbought if we got up there this week, but I do think it's possible. So that's basically the outlook for this week on Bitcoin. I think, again, that level of that 7,000, we'll go back to that chart, this 7,330, that's what I'll be looking for in the next day or so to see if we break past that. Who knows, maybe we'll break past it this morning, but it's kind of the outlook on Bitcoin. And I will look up some other charts and alts later in the week, but for now, just kind of wanted to focus on Bitcoin because we were all kind of waiting to see what would happen when the futures went live. So far it looks very bullish. The Asia session was very bullish. Right now with London at 5 a.m., this is where it kind of starts to get, we see buying activity typically. So haven't seen a whole ton of it yet, but we'll see what happens. Looks like we're just consolidating here, guys. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a great trading day. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button if you guys like what we're doing. That helps us keep these videos coming every day at you guys. All right, till the next video, take care.